Bryan Battle no longer in the UFC, fighting in dirty boxing. He took on Derek De Freitas, who has a record of 3-9. So obviously Battle is a big favorite. Derek De Freitas came out just swinging wildly at nothing. He took a few shots, but he just decided to fall to the ground on his own. And he kind of looked at the referee afterwards like, oh, is the fight over? Like he kind of wanted it to be over. And he was like, no, it's not over. You got to get back up. And he got back up, and then he just fell to the ground again and just grabbed a leg. And then the referee was like, you got to get back up, and Freitas was like, no, I'm not getting back up, and that was it. It was over. First round TKO victory for Bryan Battle. Very weird, very bizarre. It's like Freitas just showed up to, fall down and just get a paycheck, but Bryan Battle gets his first victory outside of the UFC. It's kind of weird. He went from fighting in the UFC to fighting guys like this in dirty boxing, but it is what it is. This is the new chapter in Bryan Battle's career, and at least, he's getting paid and doing his sport. UFC fighter Hector Lombard was on the card, and he was a pretty big favorite of James Cannon, but Cannon came out like a cannon, just firing big shots and landing all of them on Hector Lombard and dropping him, and then landing follow-up shots on the ground, and the referee stopped it just 19 seconds into the fight. So upset win for James Cannon. The age, height, and reach advantage came into play. 17 years younger, 4 inches taller, 4.5-inch reach advantage, all equated to a 19-second TKO win for James Cannon as an underdog. In the main event of the card, former UFC heavyweight Jairzinho Rozenstruik knocked out Rakeem Cleveland. He dropped him with a left hand and landed a big right hand on the ground and knocked him out with just about a minute left in the first round, and Rozenstruik becomes the inaugural dirty boxing heavyweight champion. Andrei Arlovski would like a crack at that heavyweight title. Earlier on the card, a fighter got knocked out and then afterwards, for some reason, decided to punch security, and security took him down, but they all got separated, and definitely an odd moment for sure. Alex Caceres was also on the card. He landed a big body shot on his opponent and then stopped him on the ground with strikes in round 2. TKO victory for Alex Caceres. He is doing dirty boxing while he waits for a new fight and new contract with the UFC. Mateusz Gamrot says, I got an offer for a grappling match with Arman Tsarukyan again. People want to see us fight each other. I think we should do it in the UFC first. They did it in the UFC 3 years back, and Gamrot won a decision in a 5-round fight, a win that has aged beautifully for Gamrot. Now things are a little bit different because Gamrot's ranked number 8, Arman is ranked number 2. However, they did try and set this fight up in July, but Arman was insulted and angered by the offer. He felt that he deserved someone higher ranked. He feels he deserves a title shot. Many would agree with him. That is what the UFC seemed like they wanted to do, but the latest rumor was that Gaethje is going to fight Topuria.
Yo, what's good, bro? I'm here with Rampage. I'm on the stream.
I was at top 5. What's up, homie? Yo, your son is a monster.
Yo, hey, watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Chill. I'm live right now.
Yo, Rampage, you're a monster.
Yo, hey.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Nah, top 5, go. Come on, bro. Nah, I'm hating. Nah.
Who the fuck is that motherfucker?
L top 5.
Official poster for UFC Fight Night Rio, Oliveira versus Fiziev, October 11th. That's number 4 and 10 in the division. An opportunity for Fiziev to break into the top 5 if he can get the win. He's coming off a win over Ignacio Bahamondes. Oliveira's coming off that knockout loss to Topuria. A lot of people don't want to see him fight so quickly afterwards. They think it's unsafe and a bad idea. Fiziev is a good striker, has knockout power, and Oliveira does get dropped a lot, maybe in every single fight, so it is a legitimate concern. Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane will be doing a press conference September 5th in Paris, promoting their fight in October for the heavyweight championship. Brandon Royval says he signed a new deal with the UFC. He wants to fight in December. December belongs to the flyweight division is what he says. So probably the title fight between Van and Pantoja will be in December. He also wants to fight in December. He's coming off a great fight with Van, one of the fights of the year. Probably came down to round 3. Probably came down to the final seconds of round 3. And Joshua Van dropped Royval and won the fight. Johnny Walker and Zhang Mingyang see each other at the USCPI. They just fought out last weekend, and Johnny Walker pulled off an upset victory, second round TKO win. He looks forward to training with Zhang Mingyang in the future. Credit to Walker for winning that fight. He was an underdog and made a good adjustment in that fight, using leg kicks and getting the second round TKO. Bit of a random picture. Dennis, Ferguson, Till. These 3 guys are on the Misfit boxing card on Saturday in Manchester, England. Till's in the main event against Luke Rockhold. Ferguson is taking on Tshow in a boxing match, and Dylan Dennis is taking on Warren Spencer in an MMA match. Warren Spencer has done some boxing. He's never done MMA. It's been a while since Dylan Dennis did MMA, like 6 years. He has a couple fights, though, and a wealth of grappling experience, so he should get the fight to the ground and get a first-round submission fairly easily. What submission? It could be anything. His 2 wins by submission in MMA are by armbar and toe hold. Merab Dvalishvili says if he fights Umar Nurmagomedov again, he'll beat the crap out of him. I don't know about beating the crap out of him. Decision victory, a likely possibility. That's how the first fight went. Beating the crap out of him, I don't know. His striking has gotten better. He's added that submission threat on the ground, but if he wins, it'd likely be by decision if he beat Umar. The first fight was a little bit closer than I think some people remember it. I think it was basically coming down to round 5, and round 5 was a close round.
He deserved title fight again. If we fought again, I would destroy him. Now, this time I will beat the shit out of him, First fight, now the next fight I will,
Why do you think? Because you've just improved that much, even more?
I win, and then now I can talk about this. I was injured, like my back was killing me, and then I had infection in my leg, and then that was very stressful training camp, and but next fight, if I have to fight him,
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, he, listen.
So who do you think he fights next?
I think I know who is going to fight next. He's the top guy from UFC, and this guy should have a title fight. The guy who's fighting him, but so yeah. So
You think it'll be Jan versus Umar?
No.
Oh.
Oh no, that's other guy. I think Bautista is fighting Umar.
Umar?
Yeah, and so. Let's see how he does.
That's going to be October 25th, UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi. Going with Umar by decision, but Mario Batista lands a lot of strikes. He throws with a lot of volume. 6.13 strikes per minute is what Mario Batista averages in his fight, whereas 4.38 strikes per minute for Umar Nurmagomedov. It may just come down to volume, and Mario Batista throws with a lot of volume. I'll go Umar decision, but Mario Batista is a live dog. Alexander Hernandez versus Diego Ferreira added to UFC Noche September 13th, San Antonio, Texas. Hernandez is coming off a big win over Chase Hooper. Recently knocked him out at the end of the first round. That's a big win for him considering the run that Chase Hooper was on. Diego Ferreira is coming off a decision loss to Grant Dawson, but Grant Dawson has beaten everybody he's fought in the UFC aside from Bobby Green, so no shame in dropping that decision. This should be a pretty competitive fight. Also add to that UFC Noche card September 13th is Rob Font versus David Martinez. Rob Font was supposed to fight Raul Rosas Jr., but he pulled out, so now David Martinez replaces him and takes on Rob Font. It's kind of maybe more of an interesting stylistic matchup from a striking perspective, kind of like a solid kickboxer with KO ability and David Martinez against a solid boxer in Rob Font. Will be an interesting stylistic matchup. It's 27 against 38, but I've seen no indication that Rob Font is slowing down. Quite the opposite. In his last fight, he was fighting tooth and nail for the entire 15 minutes against John Matsumoto. Gotta go with Rob Font here. He's fought so many of the best in the world and is still one of the best guys in the world at 135. He's still, top 10 in the rankings. And against David Martinez, I feel like David Martinez is good and solid and on the come up, but I don't think he's going to bring anything to the table that Rob Font has not seen in his career where he's fought the absolute best at 135.